Decades have passed since the 1974 East Rabs and the 1985 East Rabs won football state championships. They're two of the most talked about teams in Rockford history. One is considered by most old-timers to be the best Rockford team ever, and the other one was a true Cinderella story. We look back on both of them in our Spotlight story, brought to you by Rockford Career College. The 1974 East Rabs went 13-0. They won their first game 45-6 over Jefferson. Pretty much every game they played was a blowout. Is that the greatest team that Rockford has ever produced?
In my opinion, yes. It was just great to be week after week just knowing we were going to be competitive.
Giardini was the defensive assistant coach under head coach Bob Pellant. 5 players on that team went on to play major college football. 3 of them were taken in the NFL draft, and a 4th got an NFL tryout. Ira Matthews, who later played in the NFL, rushed for 817 yards. Fullback Joe Black rushed for 819 yards. They ran behind a dominant line that was led by George Witowitz. He later played at Wisconsin. Now, most teams with that talent would just run the ball constantly, but not these E-Rabs. They also had the conference's leading passer, a quarterback, Dean Schluter. He passed for 1,450 yards.
He was very good. He was very cool, collective. He wasn't the physical quarterback that you'd like to see. You know, he wasn't real tall, but he commanded respect.
The E-Rabs had some dominant players on defense, too. Jerry Holloway on the line. He later played in the NFL. And Stuart Walker. He had 17 sacks that season.
He was quick. He was tall. He was physical. We had colleges just staked out in our school looking to recruit him.
Walker wound up playing college ball at Colorado. That East team also included two-way star Russell Pope at flanker and defensive back. He went on to play at Purdue.
I thought that team, even when they played bad, they were going to win. They were so talented.
Those E-Rabs knew they were good. They had gone undefeated as freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. But the IHSA didn't start holding playoffs until their senior year in the fall of 1974, and they were ready. They opened with a 30-13 win against Belvedere. They followed that by shutting out Thornton 28-0. They hammered Barrington 31-7. In the 4A state championship game, they defeated Normal 34-15. In that game, Matthews ran for 2 touchdowns, and he had a touchdown catch. The East E-Rabs made history as one of the first state football champions in Illinois.
This team was just something special. They were expected to win, and they did.
11 years later, to the very day that the 74 E-Rabs won state, the 85 E-Rabs won state in Class 5A. That East team was not expected to win. It only went 6-3 during the regular season, and the E-Rabs lost their last 2 regular season games. Perry Giardini was the head coach of that team, and Gary was his defensive coordinator.
Our quarterback, and when the season started, a kid named Mark Billboard, we had basically based our offense on him, on throwing the football. Well, Mark broke his wrist in the second game.
The E-Rabs leaned on 3 solid running backs in Nate Pulliam, Tony Hunt, and John Brown. Brown rushed for more than 1,400 yards.
Touchdown, John Brown. He was 5'8" and maybe 150 pounds, but he could run.
The E-Rabs squeaked into the playoffs. By then, Milborn's wrist had healed. He returned at quarterback, and things started to click. In the playoffs, the E-Rabs defeated Boylan, Belvedere, Glenbard West, Spartanville Limestone. And then in the championship game, they cruised past Arlington Heights Forest View 28-3. In that game, Milborn threw 2 touchdown passes to senior tight end Kelvin Malone.
We were a good high school football team, but we just played as well as we could possibly play, and we did it 5 times in a row. It was beyond any expectation. It was a magical time.
I've always said if I had a Rockford sports time machine, I'd want to go back and watch a Rockford Peaches game in person, and then I'd want to watch that 1974 East football team because that was an extremely talented group.
So many big-time college players and NFL players on one team.
Yeah, incredible.